Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and we're going to go back to variant 5 guides, talking about chapter 2.2. 2.1's exploration guide is already out. The storm boss solo is also already out if you haven't checked that already. I'm going to talk about it still for a second here. First I'm going to talk about these fights, all the paths, easiest path, stuff like that, and then I'm going to show some gameplay of the tougher fights here and the best counters in my opinion. So here, like, it has bleed vulnerability, so taking clairvoyant, she's going to be amazing for this. Massive regeneration because of how her regen works. It's based on the damage that she does, and because of bleed vulnerability she does some insane damage here. Other good characters would be Venom and Guillotine and Simi Supreme. Otherwise, like, it's not a hard fight, it's just a storm. Really easy special attacks and stuff. Don't block them, they will do a lot of damage. Like, I once blocked the SP2 and that took me from 100% to like 2% or something, so the block damage could be really crazy. But other than that, like, you should be fine. And talking about the pass, the easiest one is definitely going to be this one with the Rhino and then Vulture. So it doesn't have that many fights. Let's see, 3 and 5 6 fights including the boss. No ambushes, which is something that I really enjoy about this variant. And none of the fights are hard. The node here is recharge. Basically when you hold block you gain power. The same node here as well, but it's slightly longer. It has Mr. Fantastic in the starting, which is a tricky fight in my opinion. It's slightly annoying, definitely harder compared to this, but these two are a lot easier than the other parts. And then as we move on, this one, the Nightcrawler here could be a problem. It has bleed vulnerability. Taking Venom could be really good. I use Spider-Gwen, one heavy attack, and the slow prevents the evade, so she worked really well here. Other than that, like, it's an easy path. And then we come down to this Vision. It has arc overload, so clairvoyant is really good for this. Also, like, in this entire path, Mr. Sinister is the only tricky fight. I use Dr. Doom here. The incinerates put in a lot of work. He doesn't crit that much naturally anyways, so he works really well. If you don't have him, then I'm sure there are other counters as well. So we're going to showcase that fight later. And then this is the final part. It has burden of might and power efficiency, so also power shield. So this is great for Dr. Doom. Like, don't go for the Fury, just get to the SP2, launch it, 2 SP2s, and all the fights are over, including this Nick Fury. That's the only tough fight here in this path in my opinion. The rest is pretty straightforward stuff. And yeah, let's just jump on to the gameplay. And we're back with the gameplay. So let's look at this fight. It has recharge, so I didn't mention it as a hard fight because it isn't, but there is some, like, slight cheese method here if you are using a power control, even otherwise. So basically, when they don't have any power, once they use a special or you power lock them or stuff, you can just parry and heavy like the entire way. And now, like, at this point you can just completely stun lock them in the corner, which is like really fun. And it's not the quickest by any means. It's like, you're better off throwing your special attacks and using the power gain from the block, but it makes the fight much easier in my opinion. Like, less room for error, and it's just fun whenever you can chain heavy in the corner like this. It's not infinite, like, they will eventually get 1 bar of power or 2. They will get some power from it, and then, like, at that point you should have a special attack and stuff, so you should be able to finish it out. So yeah, that's that, and we're going to move to the next fight here in a second. Yeah, so next fight here is going to be this Mr. Sinister. This is a much harder fight than that Magneto. So this, like, as you can see, we are 20 hits in, we are at 3 bars of power, and we have just done 7% damage. So at this point it's not looking that good, but it's going to change dramatically. It's not a long fight at all. It's probably shorter than that Magneto, and that wasn't even a full fight. So we used the normal combo with Doom. We used the SP1 back to the SP2, going back to the SP3, use the heavy, push him back over to more than 2 bars of power, use SP3, and now we'll have two Furies, and we're going to go for again medium, light, medium, SP1, SP2, and that's hopefully gonna finish off this fight. I don't even remember if it does. But yeah, as you can see, Doom doesn't create that much. So also, yeah, that completely messed up the rotation. Apparently he can block unblockable attacks, I guess. I didn't know that. So anyways, we got back to the SP2 in time, and this time this will, like, the incinerates will end up finishing it, I think. Yeah, so that's pretty easy fight with Doom. I'm not sure if you don't have him then what the other counters would be. I guess anyone can take him down technically, just be careful about that regeneration on the crits and stuff. So this Venom the Duck is pretty easy fight, I guess, with most Mystic characters, but I wanted to showcase some Symbiote Supreme gameplay as well. I'm not the best Symbiote Supreme player in the game by any means. Like I usually suck with him, but I have been using him so much in variant 5, so I thought it was like worth showing some gameplay at least. And now this is so this is interesting. So this is the rightmost path. This has power shield, so eventually I figure out that it's better to go for 2 SP2s than to go for SP3 rotation with the Fury and stuff, because you don't need it, because as you can see here, because of the power shield we do no basic damage, but our special attack damage is like 400% more, so we end up doing some really high special attack damage. And with the SP2 and the incinerates and how that interaction works, it's better off to just throw the SP2s without building any Furies, in my opinion, like better time wise at least. So unless you need some power controller stuff, just stick to using that strategy. And here Nick Fury is going to be pretty annoying, I guess, for a lot of people, but it's just a normal Nick Fury. The nodes here, power shield, will most likely just help you just bait his SP2s if possible. You can still stun him here, keep an eye out on the tactical charges and stuff, but because of the power shield, taking him down in the second phase is even easier. So I think this is not that difficult of a fight, but it's just that people are used to, especially people with developed roster, people who are looking to do variant content, they're used to fighting every character with a perfect counter, like fighting Cogs with Omega Red, Namor, and now you see a Korg and you can't use those characters, and it could be like a little stressful, I guess. But like, you don't need variant 5. So far I've done 2 chapter exploration. There is no fight that isn't soloable. So in my opinion at least, this is, if you have a developed Mystic roster, this is the easiest variant so far. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, subscribe to your channel for more content, and stay safe. Bye bye.